Well, hey YouTube, PD2 Finger here with a Thirsty Thursday, November 24th, Wednesday, November 24th, 1982, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm 15 years old. My younger brother Bjorn is approximately 7 years old. We're in the basement watching TV. Mom's either upstairs or with my dad at a prayer meeting. My dad would have been out of town or with my mom or at the prayer meeting. But I think this was one of those times where it was just me and my brother. We had the house to ourselves. So we're in the basement. We're kind of surfing. We're not very happy with television programming. We're watching a new episode of Quincy. This is season 8 of Quincy. And there was some entertaining episodes for Quincy when I was a kid, like the 15-year-old girl who tries marijuana for the first time and dies because they use colchicine, which is this drug, or botanists use it, and you can make plants grow really strong and virile. And they had a magazine called Far Out Magazine, man. And in that, they ran ads for colchicine, which I guess you could get jars of it when it was botanical colchicine. Now, I took colchicine for many years, and it will knock, if you have gout, and gout is where your knee or your toe or your ankle will swell up like overnight. Super joint expansion, like somebody put a cantaloupe on your knee, that big, and it hurts like a fire on your joint. It's like fire pain. So colchicine, if you take that, you'll get really bad diarrhea, like unbelievable cramping diarrhea, but it'll knock the gout right out you, so you can get back to it if you're juicing. Anyway, Quincy had it all wrong. It was like some weed thing. Like, no, colchicine. Alcoholics use colchicine. Alcoholics that suffer gout use colchicine. Okay, Quincy, I'm just filling you in. And where's Sam? Get that. What's Sam doing? He was the one selling the colchicine. All the best laboratory technicians have Chinese eyes. No, so seriously, we watched this episode of Quincy, and it's really kind of unimaginative and not very entertaining. And it was called Science for Sale. There was a subplot, or just like this sneak off scene, where they went to the shady side, the just adjacent in the alley there of the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, and it's a community of homeless guys, and they break into song and dance. They're out of liquor, and it's Jimbo's got the hooch. So there's this cardboard villa that this guy's built. They waltz over. These guys are, it's like Shecky and Jecky. These alcoholics they're like looking at their bottle and doing crossed eyes, like hamming it up. This whole scene, vaudeville thing with the bottle. They're all hugging on each other, drunk, and I think the line is, "I would dig up my wife for a drink." So then they do this like dance waltz over there, and they start playing drums on Jimbo's dwelling, and he doesn't come, and then they open it up, and he's in there all like like dead, and they do like a like they close up on it, and from my memory was they showed Jimbo's death face for like 4 seconds. And my younger brother and I could not stop laughing. This whole thing was so funny to us. So I forgot about it, and then, of course, as my life went on, if I would hear the word Jimbo or hooch, I would think, well, Jimbo's got the hooch. So it was just some weird thing. I think I might have brought it up to my brother a couple of times. Like, after we saw the episode, I might have just said, "Hey, do you remember that? Jimbo's got the hooch." And we might have laughed about it. Maybe I never even brought it up to him. But we did have a hearty chuckle. And it just stuck with me. And like I said, anytime I ever heard the word Jimbo or Hoot. So I never brought this up to my wife until last week. I brought it up accidentally. So I must have heard the word Jimbo on a YouTube video, and I told her about it. So then I'm reading an episode guide for Quincy episodes. And it's there's a couple alcohol episodes, Dying for a Drink. There's Unhappy Hour. And I skimmed through both of those. It's kind of hard to find them. Quincy is in limbo right now. You can't really find it unless you go to an illegal streaming service because they don't have it. Netflix had it and then they canceled it. So I really would have liked to have been brought you Jimbo's Got the Hooch. It's not on Daily Motion. It's not on YouTube. You just can't find it. I mean, I didn't even know what episode it was, and I couldn't find it at reading through all 8 seasons episode guides because it's such a small subplot. They don't even mention it in the episode guide. So we're completely out of luck. And then my wife, Jgth, I had mentioned, is the coolest. She did a transcription search on the words Quincy, or through the Quincy episodes for the word Jimbo and Hooch, and found it. It's season 8, episode 8, Science for Sale. It's this really dry episode about a cancer cure. And for some reason, they have this goofy scene with these alcoholic guys in there. I don't even understand why, but I went and found it on primewire.nl, primewire.nl, which is a free streaming search engine. And I use it for all of anything that I want to watch. Like, we don't have a cable or Roku or nothing. We just use this website. And there are nasty pop-ups on it. So you got to know how to do it. And be quick and know what you're doing. But that I haven't. That's how we've been watching all of our content for a very long time. Is primewire.nl. That's the best search engine for either movies or television shows. Anyway, I find it. There's one place to watch it. Usually there's like 36 or 40 links, different places you can see something. And so I'm like, man, I hope it's here, right? So I find it, I start watching the episode, and then I get to that part, and they've edited all of it out because it's the Hallmark Channel. If you look, you can see this Hallmark logo, like it's a, what is that, Donna?
Like a watermark? I don't know what you're
The Hallmark logo.
Yeah,
Type in Hallmark.
I think it just said Hallmark in the
Okay, is it a turkey? Is it a flower? What is that image? Anyway, it says Hallmark, and here they've edited it down so they can have more commercials.
It has a crown?
Is it a crown?
I
Okay,
don't know
yeah.
what it was.
Whatever it is, it's got this Hallmark thing. It's huge. And then Jimbo's not there anymore. What they show is the scene with the laundromat to establish that they've moved. They show the car driving by the laundromat and the guy on the crutches walk by. And then Jimbo doesn't have the hooch. They just come walking up and they're like, Jimbo, and then they lift the thing up and it's the end of the scene. So I was like, I can't fucking believe this. I really wanted to make this video for you guys, and Jimbo doesn't have the hooch anymore. And then, do you guys remember how I was telling you about my wife, Donna Jgth, how she's the coolest? Oh, she is. She went to the public library and got this disc. So here we go. I hope it's good. I got it all queued up. And I got to repower my mouse on because it does that. Let me turn my mouse on. Okay, we've got mouse. And I need to turn my microphone.
Mr. Moblin, get out your checkbook. We've got him.
dig up on my old lady for a drink.
Hey,
Huh?
I bet old Jimbo has a little hooch.
Wouldn't do us any good. It's too tight with the stuff.
Come on, let's see if we can loosen him up, eh? A little bit. Come on, up there.
Okay.
Jimbo! Jimbo!
Hey, Jimbo, baby. Post time.